Island Park Fitness is now a Hyrox affiliate. What is that? It means we are changing nothing in our regular program because we already do things in a manner that we know will be successful for the long haul. So what is Hyrox? Hyrox is an event and a collective movement of a competition or participation in this event that is for the masses. There's many competitions that float around that if you can't do X, Y, and Z, you can't be in it. This does have a little bit of that component, but there's no high technique or high skill movement. So you're not gonna see a barbell. You're not gonna see muscle ups or toes to bar or pull-ups. These are available movements that the majority of people can do, but there is a good amount of running. So Hyrox is a big movement and an event that does align with a lot of what we do and a lot of that what we already train for. So anyone in our gym who runs regularly in our workouts and does the majority of our movements has a good shot of doing this event and being successful and having fun with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over what it is. So Hyrox is running plus functional movements. So we have 8 stations throughout it, and there's a 1K run before each one of those. So it's a lengthy event. It's endurance with some strength stamina. So the strength components of pushing a heavy sled or pulling it, this is doing body weight movements, lunging with a sandbag. So the length of the event is somewhere, the best in each event is finishing just under an hour, let's just say 1 hour, to a little over 2 hours. So it does open up, and just like something like a marathon, half marathon, a race would, there's gonna be a decent gap because of the running. So the breakdown of the flow, as I said, is a 1K run before each one. Each event is different. There may be 1 lap, there may be 3 or 4 laps per round, so that 1K is gonna be collected in some way. And then each event is in between, so it takes a few minutes to do the events, which we'll go over next. And then why we chose it. Like I said earlier, it does align with a lot of what we do. It also will give you guys perks in signing up. We're gonna have access before the general public gets to sign up because it does sell out a lot. And there's a discount for all our members to use to register for the events. We're gonna have a specialty class geared specifically for it, just for additional training for those that really do want to succeed in the event and like something to train for. So we wanna really put that emphasis on it before each one. So you run to start the workout, then you go into a 1K ski, which is we're something we're used to. It's on the 4 to 5 minute range for many of us. Then there's a sled push, which is 80 meters. Which if you're looking at our setup, if you look at from the garage door to the end of the clinic building where we normally do some running drills outside, it's down and back twice. Not a ton of space, but the sled is loaded to a heavier weight. The same deal goes for the sled pull. There's a rope on either side of the sled. So you would pull, trot down, walk down, run, and then pull back. So it's 4 lengths. Now with this, we are gonna do a lot of our sled training inside because that's gonna be mimicking the resistance a little more. It's on a piece of turf that they set out, which turf is kind of the medium between pushing and pulling on the mats inside and on the pavement outside. The pavement's way easier and the mats inside are definitely harder. So we have a little different training for that. The burpee broad jump is 80 meters. It's an out and back. So what I do suggest in there is there's different techniques we're gonna go over in the course, but counting your reps is key during it so that you don't get overwhelmed by a distance of it. So you can just collect reps and know a number that you're shooting for. So then next is the row. That's a 1K row. We've done row under fatigue, so this is definitely something that we are used to. So knowing yourself then. There is a 100-meter sandbag lunge. It's about a rep every meter for the average, so you're looking at around 100 reps. So knowing yourself there and consistency, and we're gonna work on getting better and more efficient with lunges as well. Farmer carry, that's gonna be, it's about a 200-meter farmer carry. We're used to that it's 2 arms, 2 kettlebells. Kettlebells are a lot harder than, easier than dumbbells, and we've been doing a lot of dumbbell carries. So farmer carries, nothing new. And then wall balls, we finish, it's 100 wall balls, and we've been doing wall ball mentality, so we're getting used to bigger sets and keeping our mind focused on those bigger sets so that we're able to finish strong. So nothing is new with this. It's a lot of things pieced together, and again, 1K run before each one, and it's about 5.8 miles. So collectively, it's a lot. It's a grind. It's a fun event. We have different styles. They do it in individual, they do it in relay, they do it in partner style. There's a GoRuck style, you wear a vest. There's a lot of options that we're gonna go through and what's available. Do you want in? There are a few things that have been asked of me, different questions, concerns. For starters, there's some people, I'm signing up, put me in, reserve my spot. There are 16 roster spots available for the class starting January 5th. If that fills up, which there are already 7 taken, I will make a second class right after available, but we need to make sure we have those reserved and filled up. So that's that. I'm interested but not sure. I do want to run an info and kind of interest session, which we're going to go over the flow of it again. I'll answer questions, and then we'll do a workout. That I would like to hold right before or right after Christmas, the Sunday the 22nd or the 29th. So if you're interested, let me know which one is better for you, and we'll choose that one for the masses. I want in, but I can't run. Unfortunately, you can't do the event without running, but you can do the training session, and I can absolutely sub the run with the bike. The bike is not involved in anything else. So if you really want to get into this and work those movements and really be a part of that training team, absolutely can join the class as that, and we just sub the run with the bike. I know that has been a concern with some people because it is a fun atmosphere, it's fun to train in, and it's going to be a good time as a group to work on this and work towards the goal.